This is part 2 of my first video. We looked a little bit into the current earthquake situation happening in the United States, majority of them being from Tonopah. There are okay, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 happening all in one day at least. So if you look at the seismic activity here, it's kind of crazy. We searched a little bit into the Tonopah test range, which is the testing range for all national security missions. We looked a little bit further into Department of Energy, National Nuclear Energy Security Administration weapon programs, DOE activities. Of course, guys, isn't this sounding so weird? Here's the history: 1957, Tonopah test range, isolated place for Atomic Energy Commission to test ballistics and non-nuclear features. Okay, let's see. We also went into the Sandia National Laboratory page to see what kind of business that they mingled with: bioscience, electromagnetics, energy, information, and computer systems. I'll just let you guys go ahead and glance over those for yourself. Again, we've got the list of leadership here at the Sandia National Leadership. I just dug a little bit further into the people underneath of the top because they're going to hide their information, I'm sure. These guys, I'm sure they're hiding it too, but I was mostly concerned about global security, concerning what's going on right now. And with that being a test site, I wanted to figure that out. Find out that this gentleman is involved in, actually, this second gentleman, I'm so sorry, William S. Elias. He is involved in managing Argonne here, science and technology. Let's see, this is also a book that you'll find searching for Doug Bruder, that first individual, Our Scandalous Senate. It's kind of interesting. You will also go into a publication from Doug Bruder as well that has something to do with time-critical conventional strikes. So this is March 2009. I hope you guys can capture some of this stuff by pausing and just looking the links up yourself. John M. Wilcox, American geophysicist. I looked into him because he was mentioned in one of those books about the time-critical conventional strike. I believe his name was actually listed in this document. Let's see here. Tonopah. So let's go back to Tonopah. This is the important part for this video. So Perry B. Wickman is the field manager. So I'm just curious, since they're the only person listed in the leadership for the U.S. Department of the Interior Bureau of Land Management for this particular area. Interesting how there's only one particular person listed, nobody else. So I searched a little bit further into this person, and let's see, there wasn't much to find, of course. And then I find a couple of books. So this is one book that I found here, and it looks like something to do with Oregon. So Baker Mines Company has installed the first machine drills ever used in the Cornucopia district. An engine and compressor and 6 drills have been put in and now working. The property is under management of John M. Baker. Let's keep messing around here. I'm just going to see what I can find as far as this Perry B. Wickman person. So I find them also here listed. Okay, this is funny. It just says Doug. That's it. Just Doug as leadership for the Battle Mountain District Office. I wonder what's going in Battle Mountain. Interesting. Why is it just Doug? That's quite interesting. Here's the field manager again, the same person of the my goodness, this is kind of crazy. So we're gonna search a little bit further for this gal. I keep finding really old information, so I'm wondering if they're either related or something of that accord. If I keep ending up on the same website, it's just a little fishy to me that you can't find. Oh, there's a last name. Okay, you guys saw that, right? You guys saw there wasn't a last name the first time I was on this page. Duh, you see it here. That's Okay, well, at least I am recording and you guys are witnesses to that information that they weren't showing me his last name at first. Now they are, so I'm gonna. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. So it looks like this guy is a whistleblower. Put Nevada's BLM chummy industry. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, guys. This is just getting a little bit too heavy. The U.S. Office of Special Counsel and Department of Interior Office of Inspector General alleging illegalities and wrongdoing by managers at the BLM Nevada State Office in Battle Mountain District. Guys, this was February 9th, 2020. Okay, this is this February. Before everything happened, right? I want you guys to look this up yourselves. This is kind of, it seems like a lot. So this person, I believe my job is to provide public information to the public. We have public ownership of natural resources and public land, and I work for the public. So it seems like somebody's trying to shut him up. That's for sure. And there must be information that we don't know about. It says, okay, BLM supervisors are further accused by Patterson of violating the Federal Record Act by willfully failing to accurately document its activities and actions. Okay. That might sound like a paper cut, but Patterson alleges Furtado BLM Nevada State Director John Ragby, Tonopah Field Office Manager Perry Wickman have all repeatedly instructed BLM staff, including Patterson, to avoid the creation of written records whenever possible. BLM interactions and office business involving mining, oil and gas leasing, and land management are discussed via conference call without a written record. Okay, guys, this is very scary. This is very, very, very scary, okay? This is where we're having a lot of earthquake activity, and there's a lot of sketchy stuff happening out there, and it looks like all these people are trying to keep mum about it. There's not much information. It's very funky how I, go from one page to the next with different information. How does that happen? How does that happen? Ugh. So I really hope that you guys, as people, as all of us as a society, we need to go to these places. We need to figure out who and what is happening at these places. So I am going to look a little bit further into this and see if we can find some information. Oh my goodness, this is so frustrating. It's just frustrating because I don't like finding this stuff out for myself as much as anybody else. So I want this information out there for everybody to have at their fingertips, available. I don't want us to misunderstand what's going on in our country, and this is really, really, really important. We're gonna look up this guy. What all he does. He just looks creepy. All right, so he oversees the management of 48 million surfaces of public land in Nevada, 59 million subsurface acres, 6 district offices, and 14 field offices, headquartered in Reno, Nevada. Okay, guys, creepy already. I'm already creeped out. It says BLM Nevada is the largest mining program in the BLM, as well as the largest wild horse bureau program. Okay, guys. John's career in federal service began in 1990 and includes over 20 years in Oregon, Montana, and D.C. There you go. John also has worked for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the U.S. Forest Service. He held several important assignments, including BLM liaison to the Assistant Secretary of the Interior for Land and Minerals Management. Guys, he's got his fingers in every single thing out there. He's a native of Indiana. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in biology. Okay. This is just interesting to me. I want to know about this not from some source that he manipulates in a way. Like, I want to find out if there's anything he's written. Okay, acting state director for the Dakotas. Huh. Okay. This stuff makes my head hurt sometimes, guys. It's just way too much to even take in all the information at once. Okay, so this guy was on March 4th, he was officially sworn in. March 4th of 2019. Let's see. By Deputy Director Policy Brian Steed. Whew, okay. Let's look up Brian Steed. Department of Influence. Deputy Director Program Policy Bureau of Land Management since okay. Utah Department of Natural Resources. All right, looks like he was working in DC. Okay. This happened May of last year. Interesting. Okay. So now we know a little bit about this guy. I'm not seeing anything quite yet about like a whistleblower or anything that looks like I should yeah, I don't know, but in the end, guys, there's some fishy stuff here. It's definitely, I think there's no oversight over what's going on in this particular area. John M. Baker, this was an individual that I found, I think it was back on, looking at one of Perry B. Wickman's, I think John A. Baker. I remember, guys. Sorry about that. I'm a little crazy here. I'm trying to find where all this info is. When I was looking up Perry B. Wickman, I remember that publication talking about the mining, and this guy was brought up, John M. Baker. I looked him up, research leader and adjunct professor. This makes sense to me because he knows, look at his current research focus areas: carbon balance and greenhouse gases, water quality, cover crops and living mold. Okay, so water, it's just all the stuff that we all need to be focusing on right now. Disciplinary areas: soil physics, micrometeorology, interesting, and plant water relations. So it looks like his most recent publication was NASA's next generation mission to measure evapotranspiration from the International Space Station. Okay, so he's obviously working with NASA of some kind. So that's okay, guys. And we already know about NASA. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and leave this here because, oh my gosh. Because then we talk about, oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Well, another rabbit hole down that direction to the pollution side. But everyone can see how this stuff all connects. All of it. One big circle. So don't give yourself a doubt for 1 second. Share this information. Please help me research more. Please help me cross-reference. I am open to being wrong. I hope I'm wrong in some cases. This is so interesting to me, and we are all here to help each other. So Godspeed.